Hello, welcome folks. I have not done a video in a very long time. Most of you that follow this YouTube channel know Crispy's Bricks, have known Crispy's Bricks for a while. Obviously, I moved across country, kind of changed up things. Don't really do too much in the Lego YouTube thing anymore, although I do still buy a lot of Lego, so it's in a lot of my hauls. I started a toy business. Crispy's Toys and Treasures. I do a lot of local shows, stuff like that. And I do eBay, and I have my own site, crispystoys.com. So, yeah, so this video, all my videos have been very raw in the past. I don't do a lot of editing. I'm not fancy like that, so this is probably going to be a lot of that in this. Maybe I'll try to edit it. Who knows what's going to end up at the end, but the point is to bring you this amazing toy haul that I had. A lot of you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, have seen this amazing haul that I got of toys from an old Warner Brothers executive. Somehow the estate went from California to Pennsylvania, then into my hands, and this is full of amazing toys, a lot of one-off pieces, prototype samples, stuff like that, and I am going to show you that in this video. There is some amazing stuff, so stay tuned. And if there's anything you are interested in, 95 to 99% of this will be sold. A few pieces will stay in my collection, but the majority of it will be sold. If there's anything you're interested in, let me know, and I will try to get that listed as soon as possible. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the collection. With the Batman animated, there's just a lot of toys in package. A ton of the old Batman animated series from the 90s. Some amazing figures in here. There's the really nice combat belt Batman, Penguin, Man-Bat. There's some really sweet figures in here. And there's a ton of Batman stuff. Some of you know, I'm a huge Batman fan and monster fan, so I was excited to see a lot of Frankenstein, Batman stuff in here. Let's move on. Here we have a bunch of Ren and Stimpy figures. A Bela Lugosi figure, very sweet, by Flat Toys, I believe is who made that. Another Batman figure, Hercules Disney. These really cool Stan Lee posters. Apparently, this was a show that he did at one point in New York, and they made this poster. The only one I can find, there was one, I believe, on eBay that sold that had his autograph on it, so they must have been using these for people to get autographed. I have a whole stack of them. I'm not sure if anybody's interested in a Stan Lee picture, like, probably, so I'll see what I end up listing those, but yeah. Here's some more toys up here. Some Spawn figures, Soul Slayer, there's all kinds of stuff. A Shrek Dragon, that one's really cool. And some more action figures. Bugs Bunny, some more Batman stuff. These are really nice. Iron Giant figures. Got a Build and Battle and a Transforming. Two very cool figures. Some Wildcats, Alfred E. Newman. There's a bunch of Alfred E. Newman stuff. This video might be a little bit long. Hopefully you guys are able to hang in there. This Ertl Batmobile, Flintstone Mobile. I got Batman on my mind now, but yeah, that's a really nice piece. Never been taken out of the package. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you every single piece I got. There's a Felix the Cat. I think these are vinyl figures. Yeah. Tony the Tiger vinyl figure. Sugar Pops Pete. New in package Beetlejuice mask. A whole bunch of Where the Wild Things Are figures. Some Popeye ornaments. Some more stuff down here. Some Yak Packs. Have not figured out what those are still. A Wally RC. This is sweet. Spooky Ghost. Only 1,500 made. And this particular one is number 13. So I thought that was really cool. Being a horror fan, a monster fan, 13 on a spooky figure, that is sweet. This is an old toy here also. Very cool. That took me a little bit of looking up to find that. Little Traveler, another really old toy. Whole bunch of Schleich stuff. Nightmare, there's a ton of Nightmare stuff in this collection. Some more Schleich package. A lot of Simpson stuff in here also. There's a Treehouse of Horror set in there. A Bart Simpson on skateboard. All kinds of good stuff. Little Lulu back there. A really cool Pepe Le Pew clock. And his tail swings. Some tin lunchboxes. A vinyl Tubby figure. That's really cool. This nice Nightmare set of Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Another Nightmare thing back in there. Down here we've got Forbidden Planet. This is sweet. Only problem with this is one of the pieces fell off the head. It's still in here, but that is, yeah, that's a really sweet RC. We got some Toy Story stuff down here. Pinocchio, an original June Planning, Nightmare Mayor, talking Bart Simpson. These things, I never had heard of Jimmy Future, but I got 3 of the talking big huge dolls. A vintage large turtle of Raphael. Ultimate Batman. A big Popeye figure. We even had a Casio keyboard. New in the box. Had never been taken out and played. DP1, I believe. Let's see, Casio DP1. Bunch of plush. Those are really neat. Some Toy Story figures. So there's a lot of Toy Story stuff in this collection. Get up here, we have some cool old masks of Simpsons, Bart, and Marge. And I believe these are... Yes, they are Ben Cooper masks, which is cool. If you know Halloween stuff, you know Ben Cooper is one of the more desirable Halloween costume companies. This is a cool, not vintage, but I think 90s Looney Tunes. Some more Looney Tunes. This is a really cool set in the package. We got a Mars Attacks gun back there. Some more stuff up here. These are older, for sure. I forgot what they're called now. I should know. It's totally slipping my mind. These Astro Boy figures in the package still, sealed packages. These are really nice. It's still in the package. We got a bunch of other action figures up here, sealed in package, a wrestling figure even. Over here, we got some Batman stuff. Some kind of RC Scooby-Doo set. Coming down here. Sea Monkeys. How random is that? There's an old Sea Monkey set. There's just randomness in here. A dancing Frankenstein. That was cool. And we're still going. A bunch of 12-inch. This one's awesome. 12-inch Harley Quinn. That is a sweet figure. A bunch of Beatles figures in the package. Talking Pee-wee. Yeah, so, and we're going to move on to the rest of this haul now. Okay, here's some more. Now, obviously, of course, you would expect an artist to have a lot of art books. Loaded up on art books. Yeah, so, a Disney back scratcher. This, unfortunately, this Pepe Le Pew cookie jar was broke, but I loved the top so much of his girlfriend that I just decided to keep the top. I'm probably just keep that for myself. That was really cool. Toy Story Marionettes. This Martian, Marvin the Martian lamp is amazing. That lights up. It's really cool. Mighty Mouse cookie jar. That's sweet. This is a really neat old lamp of DC Comics. Really sweet lampshade on there. That's cool. Two Buzz, but those are Woodies. There's the Buzz. I didn't find much on this guy, but it's a Haunted House Tigger. Some kind of light. Yeah, you see it. It's really cool. A big Astro Boy. This thing is huge. This is, you can see my hand on it. That is a big Astro Boy. That thing is nice. I like that. And more randomness, Astro Boy won't stand, sorry. See what I mean about my raw videos? Apologize for that. Randomness, here we go. Lady Gaga designed this, apparently. Sold in Barney's in New York. Yeah, it's just some plush. Let's see if we go down here, you can see it better. A plush, it's still got the tags on it. Gaga's Workshop, Barney's of New York. How cool is that? Some Warner Brothers Easter, a lot of Bugs Bunny stuff there, like an egg tray, a Bugs Bunny bobblehead, and I forgot what that, oh, a snow globe. Here's the books I was talking about, a journal in here of like meeting notes and stuff like that. It's just craziness. But one of my favorite, that Gossamer, he was so amazing. There's not a lot of Gossamer stuff out there. That being said, look what was in here. Oh, well, these were. And I love my cereal. How about that? Count Chocula and Frankenberry. But this old nightlight, this is amazing. It still lights up. That is sweet. Not broken yet. It's like ceramic, but it's a Gossamer nightlight. That is amazing. I love that. That's something that makes stay in my collection. Haven't decided yet. All right, let's get into some of the really cool stuff. These are all samples, prototypes, stuff like that. And how do I know that? Well, they all say it. First sample. So that's a Flintstones first sample. This one I actually have the finished product. This was, you'll see it says sample on the bottom. And when I turn it over, you'll see this silver flecks in there. Well, that's one of the changes they made. This was sent to Warner Brothers by the company that was making it. And then Warner Brothers said, no, let's send it back. They did not. They wanted to change. So the final product came out with little bats flying around inside there. So that's, I'm guessing all of these samples have some kind of change to the final product. Again, this is a sample, and it even has the date that it was sent to Warner Brothers to check it out. June 7th of 99. So yeah, some really cool stuff. Witch Hazel, this is a sample. Witch Hazel. And I believe that I have the final on her also. I think that's what turned into the beanbags. So this is the Witch Hazel beanbag, and I'm pretty sure that that was the sample and that was the final product. That Bugs back there is an amazing sample product. That is so cool. Unfortunately, his ear is broken there and glued back on, but I'm still okay with that. I mean, that is a huge piece. Very nice piece. This Two-Face is so cool, too. This is more along the lines of a prototype. I have to check and see how this was actually for some kind of figure that was made from that eventually. Let's get into... This was given to the employee that I got this from. It was a carrot, obviously, from Warner Brothers, Bugs Bunny and all. And you see... See if I can get a better shot of this. Studio Store, Warner Brothers. A member of the 25K team? 24K team. So, yeah. Thought that was cool. This is Animal. This is a sample also. Marketing sample. That is really cool. And I'm 99% sure, based on all this other stuff, that this is an unpainted sample of Bugs Bunny. It doesn't say it on the bottom. I have to do some more research and see what the final product looked like. You see, it's just got some... based on the fact that that Warner Brothers stamp on the bottom is odd. And this is unpainted. If that's an unpainted Bugs Bunny head, yeah, that's really cool. That is very cool. This says sample on the bottom. I don't want to lift it up because it's kind of fragile, but it's a really cool Tweety Bird piece. These are also samples down here. We got a Marvin the Martian piece. I'm not sure what this actually was. Maybe that was the base to something. This cookie jar. Very, very cool cookie jar of Tasmanian Devil. Let's see. We can get the top off here. That one must say sample on the bottom. I don't want to move it right now, but this was a piece that I need some help with. If anybody is familiar with this Superman, this is, if you can tell, this is all hand painted. It is very, very cool. This might just be a model that this person bought and painted. It's got felt feet, which I thought was strange, but is this a sample of something? Again, it's all hand painted. I don't recognize the face on this Superman, but as you see, it's all hand... I mean, it's just amazing. It's so cool, though. A very cool hand-painted Superman figure. This was one of my favorites of Batman. This is a prototype of a plate set. I did find the production piece for this. It's all colored, obviously. And these come out. See, this is what a prototype would look like. This is, you know, the sculpting. And here's it's all a 3D plate. But yeah, so that is so cool. Again, I'm a Batman fan, so I'm gonna have a hard time getting rid of that, but I may. We'll scan over his name real quick. If you want to see who all this belonged to, you can Google that name. And can't find any more of these, but this was the CEO of Warner Brothers. I don't think he still is, but I can't not find any other bobbleheads of him. So I do not know how many of those were made, if any more at all. Look at that gigantic Daffy back there. That is so cool. This is a sample of a candle, Scooby-Doo. And we'll come down here. This is just... This person obviously was into Pinocchio. Tons of Pinocchio. Hopefully I can find some people that are like Pinocchio as much as this person did. There's tons of it here. Very cool stuff. I love this snow globe music box thing. Unfortunately, Jiminy Cricket broke off here. That can be glued back on, but otherwise that piece is really sweet. There's some old Pinocchios back there. Some cool stuff. Here we go, some more. Now these are vinyl banks of Superman and Batman. Both of them are signed by Dan Beltran on the bottom. An artist that worked on the cartoons. You see Dan Beltran signed both of the bottoms of both of those banks. Pinocchio. Now here's a couple more sample products. A Batman pen and holder. And a Marvin the Martian stacking mugs. And you'll see, here's the sample tags on them. And I even went through all of these sample tags. If you Google the names on all these sample tags, some of these people still work for Warner Brothers, but they all at one point did. Some more really cool, this is, I believe, all Disney in here. Really big statues and stuff. Just some amazing cool stuff in there. Up here also, really big Donald Duck, Minnie, Pluto. I love that Harley Quinn statue back there. That is a very nice, that's a limited edition piece. I believe it's only 1,500 of those made. These are old. So cool. We've got Natasha, Loris, street cleaner or street sweeper, I believe his name is. Those are all from the same series. It's an older series, made in Mexico. He still has the fuse on his bomb, which most of those are gone by now. And what do you guys think of this? Randomly, this is another randomness in this collection. Really cool old gun. It's got these tags on it with all the other sample stuff in there. Palco, Hong Kong, 11/29/77. I cannot figure out. Then it says this. 1B display card, 1C die-cast. Do you think this possibly was some kind of sample thing also? Very well could have been, but that's kind of cool if it is. Oh, almost forgot while I'm in here. Howdy Doody. An original Howdy Doody. Some more randomness under Howdy Doody. Carlos Santana bongos. These are really nice. Really nice set. It's heavy. Very well made. The marionettes. Look at these. Pinocchio. Bugs Bunny. What was he called? I looked Dexter. Dexter the Jester. Haven't found them yet. Haven't looked them up. Marionette. And an original Howdy Doody marionette. That's really cool there too. He's not tangled up or anything. All completely still intact. I like that. Alright, let's come out here. Now there was tons of loose stuff. Look at all this loose stuff that was in this collection. I organized it a little bit here. Bunch of Toy Story stuff. There's just some randomness in here. Bunch of Nightmare Before Christmas. Really cool pieces. Ren and Stimpy. Bunch of Batmans. Oh, My Pet Monster. That's mine. I sell reaction figures. There's a quick plug for Crispy's Toys. I did not. That was an unintentional plug right there. And these Batmans are amazing. The wings all pop out. I don't know. I haven't looked these up yet to see what their actually series are from. This one opens up also. So cool. Cloth wing. Or cape, I mean. Wings, I said. How about this ear from Don Post? That is amazing. Amazing. Some Alfred E. Newman. A big Alfred E. Newman statue. Speaking of big, how about this poser? Frankenstein poser. In a bad box, but it's still in the box, which is sweet. That is cool. Very cool. As I said, I'm big into monsters and Frankenstein. And speaking of that, there's some more Frankensteins. These cars are sweet. This made by Road Champs back in the day. Boom! Flying out comes a Frankenstein. This one's got a skeleton in it, same way. Very cool. So, help me just figure out what this is. Who recognizes this? I'm going to have a bunch of stuff that I need help with. I do not know. There's a handle inside this thing here. It's like some kind of puppet, and you squeeze the handle and his mouth moves. But there's no tags on him. I cannot figure out for the life of me what this is. It looks older. Very cool. But I don't know what that's from. Speaking of older, Jiminy Cricket and Donald from the 60s. Ledro, I believe. I think they're Italian. They're squeeze toys. Yeah, so those are sweet. And let's not stop with the sweetness yet. These are all prototypes. So cool. Unfortunately, some of them fell apart. I don't handle them too much because of how fragile they are, but you can see they're all clay. Unfortunately, Frosty broke. You see this is clay in there of the prototype. They were figuring out how to make the figures, what they wanted the figures to look like. This Tweety is very soft. You see this? Yeah. Very, very amazing stuff. And they're all hand-painted. See how they're all hand-painted. These are so cool. I don't even know who some of these guys are, but I did Instagram. A couple people told me. So look at the wire in there. You can see that's how you know that these are prototypes. They're very kind of sticky-ish because of the hand-painted hand paint on them. But now these three are intact, and I'm so happy that they are, because they are. These two are definitely two of my favorites. Duck Dodgers. So cool. All hand painted. Very, very sweet figure right there. That is such an awesome prototype. And Marvin the Martian. Look at that. He, unfortunately, is starting to spin a little bit. You see on his hand, you can see the wire coming through, but that's the nature. These prototypes don't hold up very well, especially if they're moving around a lot. These just need to find a good home and stay on a shelf and not be touched too much. But yeah, thankfully Marvin, Martian, and Duck Dodgers are still intact. And this is Spaceman Spiff from Calvin and Hobbes. So glad that he's intact also. Oh, well, you just saw it on video. Why we don't handle him very much. Something fell off of him. There it is. That's why they don't get handled a lot. Alright, well, we're going to stop playing with the prototypes. And we're going to move over to these. Oh, let's come up here. I need help with Jeep. This is a very old Popeye Jeep doll. I'm almost running out of time, so I need help discovering... I don't know when he's old, and there's no tags on him whatsoever, but it looks manufactured, not homemade. I don't know. Maybe it's homemade. Very well done if it was. And let's go through the rest. Some gigantic Kiss dolls. Some stuff that I ID'd already. Put in bags. Some action figures. Some very cool stuff. And this is stuff that I cannot ID. Don't know what these go to. What does this mask go to? That mask there. Looks like a Marvin the Martian gun that probably goes to a figure. I don't know if I have... Yeah, that baby is amazing. Don't know what that is, but yeah. Don't know this cat puppet thing either. Got to figure that out. So, alright. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Oh, this is very cool. Astro Boy blow up. I can't find anything else like it. It is so cool. But yeah, so anywho, thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything you saw that you'd be interested in, let me know. And yeah, so there's that.